Increasing trust, this is in the front of your brain, part of your brain called the ventromedial prefrontal cortex. We talk about this in sales a lot. When you set off someone's sales alarm, what does that mean when you set their sales alarm off?
Sales resistance.
Correct, you're creating sales resistance because there is a part in all of our brains right here. Everyone just give me one of these ones, right? So I know you're paying attention. Right here, that is designed to detect ulterior motives in other people. It's designed to detect ulterior motives. It's the same as if you're there's a lot of guys here, not a lot of girls, but you guys understand. If you get the ick at a nightclub, you're like, oh, this guy's creepy. You get that creepy, that ick from somebody. That's the same part of your brain. So that understanding that there is a part of your brain designed to detect inconsistency and ulterior motives, right? If you are a leader, you have to be able to create belief, not just in them, but in you as a leader. They have to have belief in you as a follower. Guess what? This is a very, very hard thing to overcome if you have lost your trust with reps. Does that make sense? Yeah. So this is a big one. Number one, most important thing you need if you want to have a team where you can increase the trust, not only in yourself, but in your team, number one is you have to take your commitments seriously. I was talking to someone outside, and we were talking about it. It's 75 hard. I did 75 hard. It was hard. I work big days. I do a lot, but I made it happen. And the reason I did it was not because I've tried to do it 4 times without telling anybody, and I've failed all 4 times. But when I told my guys that I was doing it, there was no I could have lost a leg, and I still would have done it. Because I understand that if they know, if I'm someone that says you have to value your commitments, and then I don't value my commitments, how pathetic am I? And that's not always an easy thing to do, but your guys need to know your word is something they can take to the bank. And then your ability to create belief and momentum quintuples. Do you guys understand that logic? Yeah. So that's really big. The other one is be reliable. Do not cancel plans with anybody ever, ever. Be reliable. If you are a flaky, unreliable person, you are setting off the alarm that says, can I rely on this person? And that goes top down. If you make a commitment to your manager or your owner, right, that's got to be gold. And even more so to your guys. That's an identity trait. You're voting for an identity every time you decide to be a reliable person or be an unreliable person. Reliability is huge. But the biggest one by far, never, ever, 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 ever lie to your reps, ever, for any reason, ever.
It's just like any relationship. Honesty is the bedrock of a relationship.
100%. I would say a relationship without trust is like a cell phone without coverage. All you can do is play games, right? And you have to understand that, right? If you get caught in a lie ever, that's coming back 3 years from now. The moment people want to make you the bad guy because things aren't going well for them and you give them tangible evidence, they tell anybody with definitive evidence that happened, you're screwed. You've got 2 options, right, when it comes to something you don't want to tell somebody. Number 1, you tell them the truth, or number 2, you tell them you don't want to tell them and tell them why you don't want to tell them. But lying is not an option. Cool?